All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Day 8. I need to reacclimate myself here to the environment, to what we were doing. It's been a bit of a break since I played this last. Did the last recording, the 7-day, and I took a small break from the game. Actually doing another project on another map. So I do remember we had a successful horde night. They did not do much damage to the base at all. And so this design will absolutely work moving forward. We'll probably venture out, branch out from here, but we'll come back to this for our horde night. And I want to get everything upgraded by day 14 to reinforced concrete. I don't know that we necessarily need to make it any larger, but I certainly want to get it more fortified than cobblestone and wood. Really got the other episode, the first episode of this series uploaded today, and I really appreciate all of your kind comments, and makes it worthwhile to do this type of a playthrough. And I was a little questionable about whether or not it would even be something that anyone would want to sit and watch, because the episodes are really long, and I don't do a lot of YouTube myself. So I had worried that maybe this wouldn't be something that was very popular, but I do appreciate all of you who have liked and commented, and those who have subscribed as well. So let's move on here to getting some more concrete made. We'll go ahead and drop this wood in here. I tell you what, though, so it's 220 stone is all we have left in there. We're gonna dump off our concrete. Stone, we don't need that. We could probably use the bone shiv. And we're going to move on across the map a little bit throughout this. I think this town, we have not even discovered everything in this town yet. So I am completely out of stone. Used all the stone I had. There's no stone in here, just some clay. So we'll go gather some stone. I'll tell you what I could use is some forged iron. Did I use all that forged iron? I guess that I did. So I don't see it in here. Unless I'm just overlooking it. I could probably, let's see. Forged iron. How many could we make? We could make 137. I guess we will, because I need it for tools, and we're always going to get more iron to make steel once we eventually can get steel. How are we doing on points? So we have 30. We gave some quicker crafting and the fixer. For steel smithing, though, we need our construction tools up to 40. And we are only at 25. So this will be a while before we get steel, and that's not a big concern. But I would like to get steel pickaxe and steel shovel and all of that eventually. No concrete in there. So I guess the first thing to do, let me take a look at the map and see where we've been. So there's a corner of the town that we have not even been to yet. And the hub city is right here. I don't think we're quite ready to head to the hub city yet. It's still a bit early for where we're at in the game with our weapons. And I don't have any armor on. I have not even bothered to craft any armor. So other than maybe plant fiber, but I don't really consider that armor. That's more clothing than anything. These tools, so we're going to scrap that. We're going to eat you. That's something that I didn't do. I didn't check my... Okay, so it's a good thing I didn't get too far. I checked my hunger or my thirst. So I had a chance, and I'm sorry that there's a delay between the first episode that I got uploaded. It's a bit of a editing process and the time to actually process the video and get it uploaded and all of that. But I did see, and I think you'll see on in the episodes further, that I did leave some dead bodies lying around, and that's probably what drew that screamer on the first day. So I realized my mistake. Put this in here. Let's see what we have for food. I think our food is going to be inside our house over here. Let's kind of go the wrong way to get here. Be really nice if we could get some beer so we could run. Maybe some more yucca. I do have some of that on me, but that doesn't boost stamina much. Make sure there was nothing in there for us. So it was really interesting watching some of your, or reading some of your comments after you all watched that first episode, and I left you in suspense. Let's eat some bacon and eggs. Drink some water. All right. Make sure there was nothing in here. I don't think I need to take a wrench to anything yet. I would like to get, we could make a crossbow. That might be something worth looking into, because a crossbow is absolutely better than this bow. Let's see, I'll go ahead and use this. It gives you a little bit of wellness. And I'll carry a spike on me just in case. Cannot repair this hammer yet, so it's kind of a waste to even carry that. I need leather, forged steel, duct tape, I believe. Let's look at this. Crossbow. So we need glue, 1 duct tape. Okay. Make sure it was just 1 of each. No, we need 2 glue. Okay. All right. I should know all of this stuff by memory, folks. I guess my brain will only absorb so much information, but I've played this game so much for so long, I should know all these things just without even having to think about it. Appreciate you bearing with me there. So let's get over here and craft ourselves one. Then we can pick up some feathers and some stone and whatnot. And we can make ourselves some crossbow bolts as we move around. See how much forged iron we have crafted so far. 66 already. All right. So the leather that we picked up from the store, I used some of it for the forges. So let us make wood. We're out of wood. I used all the wood that I had. Let's turn this off and take this. Make this. We'll put this back in here. How about that? Turn it on and go. Turn and burn. So let's go across to this side of the city and make sure there's not a store or something over there that we missed out on. It'd be very unfortunate if we did. And I'm actually going to throw this claw hammer. I should have thrown that into the storage. I don't know what I'm doing. Once again, I need to get my bearings back about me. I take a break from this game and I go to a different map and I work on a different project and I come back and I'm just so scatterbrained. I really need to be efficient on what we're doing here. I don't need to be so scatterbrained. So we'll do that. We'll put this here. We're going to carry this forged iron with us because we may need to make some, repair some tools and whatnot. Can we make some crossbow bolts? That's right, so you can't make the standard. You have to have the arrowhead now for that. So it was kind of a waste. And we'll leave the crossbow here, and we'll get some arrowheads going. As a matter of fact, let's stop the production on this, and let's look at the iron arrowheads. How many of those could we make? We'll make 150 of those. We'll get those going so when we get back, we'll have plenty of those to work with. So I was in Bad Buck's channel today, the Twitch streamer, one of my favorite streamers. And he was working on his project there on 7 Days to Die. And several of you came in and said that, hey, Grand Spartan sent me here. Really appreciate that. I really appreciate you coming over and supporting Buck. I've been a long-time fan of his, and he is on his way to partnership there on Twitch. And so we really appreciate all the support and all of you stopping by and the kind comments there in his channel as well. Buck's a really nice guy. And very entertaining as well. It's very entertaining. So we'll make our way on around this side of town. There's a deer. You know, I'm going to leave that deer. We still have some meat. I don't want to carry that smelly meat along with me. Soften them up with a couple arrows and okay, so I think we did go into that house, this little luxury home. Look at the map. Don't know that we did go in there. Let me throw. I keep these a spike on my bar, and I learned that technique from Bad Buck because he uses it if a dog comes after him. He'll put a spike down on the ground, and that pretty much takes care of a dog. So leave it on there just in case of emergency, in case we need to. There's a zombie right there. Whoa, she jumped the fence. Goodness. He's gonna swim over the fence. So I was gonna go in that house, but maybe that's not such a good idea. I'm not too concerned about brass right now. It's be a long time before I'm actually crafting bullets for a gun. As you know, I don't use a lot of guns. I'm a spike club kind of guy. I try to make the fences and the bases so that I can use that as well on Horde Night instead of using a gun. Another mining helmet. So cars really are the way to go for mining helmet. I can combine some of these mining helmets I have now and make a better one most likely. Hear the pitter-patter of little footsteps somewhere. Let's see what's in this bag. Oh, a little shoddy. All right. So I could make that trek over to the hub city, and I'm really desperate for a couple patterns, you know, and I'm almost willing to take the chance to go to the hub city and fend off, you know, a few cops or dogs or whatever, just run from them, but try to get into the bookstores and get some of those patterns. So there's an airdrop over there I marked. There's another one right there. Let's mark that, because they seem to be going away. Oop, caps on. Son of a gun. Nurse Nancy, you're supposed to be healing me, not killing me. That's okay, we'll gain a little bit of experience by killing these ladies, and old Joe Bob there is following along. What are you doing, sir? Leave me alone. I got nothing for you. Nothing for you. Oh yeah, I meant to take a look here. So we need to go that way. That's a long ways. Yeah, we're not going to make it over there. It's already 1 o'clock. Really like to go to that hub city, though. We'll have to plan out a day that we can go over there. Let's go ahead and get one of those crafting, and we'll get some stone while we're over here. Oh, look at the piggy. Excuse me, Mr. Piggy. Gonna get a little bit of coal while we're here. Take care of old Joe Bob and his brother. Oops. Oh, that's an awful shot. Lots of zombies have pistols on this seed. I don't know if it has something to do with the seed or what exactly, but I've got more pistols on this playthrough than all of the other maps that I played. I don't hardly ever see any pistols. See some gun parts. I see some pistols, but this one just seems to be loaded with pistols. I don't even use those things, you know. They're good for scrap iron, and that's about all. It's trying to convince me that I need to put points in pistols and cap that bad boy out. We'll drink that. We will drink to that. We'll scrap you and scrap you. Don't want you or you. All right. Let's get back to what we were doing here. A little bit of coal for fuel. So pickaxe ready. 15 seconds. All right. It's really nice to finally have some iron tools. I was a little slow on that, you know. I usually get that a bit faster. I think I was a little slow on everything. I think my issue was that I did too much trying to kill zombies that first day or so. And it did benefit us as far as experience goes, but I still wasted a decent amount of time killing all those zombies. It may have been what actually helped us out, though, because in the end, those extra bit of points for experience is what helped us to get the extra point or two in pummel peat and mining and all of that stuff. Looks like more coal over there. So this is a pretty good seed. The seed I'm using is 7, the number 7, then days 1. 7 DAYS 1. The seed I'm using. And, I looked at a little preview of it to get an idea of the layout before I ever started. And try to provide you all with a better experience, kind of at least having an idea of where I was going to move to my first move. And yeah, it's a decent little layout. The hub city has a smaller town like this on each side of it, and I'm really pleased with the way this one is laid out, this little town. So that is 420 coal. We'll keep on getting all of it that we see, I guess, and we'll just use that as fuel in our forges. I read somewhere at some point that the coal does not burn as hot in the forge as wood, and makes less of a heat map. I don't know if that's true or not. That may have just been something someone was saying, but I read it on the internet, so it must be true. lots of yucca. We need to get some wood. Today is just a resource grab day. I wanted to explore all the rest of this town that we're in and get it uncovered. Sort of see, get a better idea of where we're at. I have not been over to this side of town, so while I'm over here, I may as well... Okay, that's a deer. I thought that was some kind of special zombie I could see in the distance there. Nice. Graphics really have improved in this game over the years. We'll scrap that and that. We'll scrap that too. There's no need to keep that. Probably need to get a garden going here soon. Plant some trees around the base, that sort of thing. There's a dead body right there. Zombie remains. Is that one that I just killed from over here? I guess it is. Yeah. I didn't know I backtracked like that to where I was just standing. So the hub city is going to be a challenge because that's probably a solid day's run. We're going to run over and get that airdrop. I think we have time. That's a solid day's run to get over there. And I don't know that we could really get back. You know, it's going to be not enough time to get over there and explore and do what we need to do and get back. I don't want to take a chance to get over there and not be able to get back over here. There's some coal right there. Make a mental note. There's some coal right there as well. There's a treasure out there a little ways too. Not going to concern myself with that too much. We can go in and try to loot that. You know, it's hard to loot the bank when you only have an iron pickaxe. And you get a steel pickaxe and you can break into those safes. It's worth your while, but it takes so long to chip in there with my scavenging at such a low level. It's probably not gonna, though I know the pattern that we need is probably sitting in there waiting on me. It just takes so awfully long to break in. The passing gas, we can just hack into there, and maybe there's a working stiff crate in the back of that as well. Oh, wow, she's ran up on me fast. Nice, we'll give you a level for that. Taking a shot and handing it right back. There's plenty of resources over in this part of town. Beat you about the head and neck area. Move on to the passing gas. Don't really need any gas. We can go ahead and take it just to let it respawn, I guess, so we can stockpile some of that. Not going to worry with the gas barrels. Probably should pick those up, though. The last map I was playing on, and I could have just wrenched that workbench. Note to self, gas station, workbench. I even saw it, you know, and I did not think twice about it when I was coming over here before. All right, let's see. Is there no wrench there? I was gonna take it right now and just wrench the workbench and have two. Hey there, Mr. Zombie. What you doing? Looks like you're kind of losing your mind. No working stiff crate back here. And that's okay. We just kind of taking a glance around what's over here. Didn't want to spend too much time. Whoa. This headset's very deceiving. I keep thinking these zombies are like right on top of me. We're going to run by this guy. Oh, well, maybe we're not. Maybe we're just going to get clipped on the way by. I hope you have a first aid kit to make up for what you just did. Nope. Some handlebars, all right. You know, there is a... Goodness. We really need to just... I'll come back here. Get over here and get this airdrop is what I need to do. Curious what might be in it. Maybe that spike club pattern we've been waiting for. What happened to you, lady? Why are you missing a leg? So it is now 18:20. Still a little bit of time. Hard to pass up on all of that yucca, but we're gonna do it just for time's sake. Okay, come on, baby. Let's see. Maybe if I speak it, it will spawn it. We need a spike club pattern and a wrench pattern. And we got none of those. All right. Well, we can almost build an AK-47 out of this one crate, though. Not that I'll ever use it, but... All right. Well, here's what it is. Nothing to see here. Probably not even going to keep any of those parts. I'm going to scrap those parts. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Scrap, scrap, scrap. Scrap the shotgun. Gosh, I don't feel like I got anything done today at all. Took 10 minutes of my day just to familiarize myself with what we were doing and where we were at. Let's see here. So we're real close back to the base. So that's some desert area right there, that light color. We can get oil shale from there. Let's go ahead and remove that airdrop marker. We have a water source right there. Maybe even for future base. So that city, hub city, probably starts right here. We're not that far away, but it is far enough away. It's going to take us a whole day to get there and get back. So let me try to get a few more resources here before we have to go in for the night. I doubt we go in for the night, though. I like working throughout the night. Of course, you saw one of my previous days that we got hit with a screamer horde middle of the night because I was out and about, had a forge going. Not a big deal, but we took care of all of them. I will, however, need to get my health back up to 100% in case that does happen. But we'll try to get some work done during the night as well as day. I don't like hunkering down at nighttime. It's just such a waste of time. Try to get all that we can get done in the time we have. Especially early game. Later on in the game, you do what you want to do. It's not a big rush. But early game, you absolutely want to try to accomplish all that you can accomplish. So our base is there. Let's go to maybe a boulder or something that might be over on this side of... We're real close to it, okay. All right. Like to try to get that base all fixed up, get a mine underneath it, you know, get that bad boy ready for day 14 and 21, and we'll most likely stick with that design for a little while. I don't see why it wouldn't work. I used something, as a matter of fact, I did a tutorial video a while back on how to create a starter base. And it was very similar to that base. Just a little hole in the ground with a 3x3 spike pit, 9 spikes in it. And I think I was on day 300 and something, 200 or 300 and something on the server. Insane difficulty, max zombie spawn. And of course I was too, you know, my skills are capped out. But it handled that. So, you know, if it'll handle that, absolutely handle these early spawns. And you know, the early game is a little different now than it used to be. It used to be that day 21, you're guaranteed you're going to be getting cops and ferals and all of that crazy stuff, and you don't necessarily get that now. It's based a little bit on your level and that type of thing, so it's not as much of a rush to get some in-game base done by day 21, but we do want to get that base up tip-top by day 21. By 14, we'll have it a little more ready. Tell you what, we can repair this one time. I don't want to waste any more scrap iron on it. Can we give a point to miner 69er? Let's see. We need to be to level 40. Okay, we're 33. We're getting there. It's 2103. Kind of make our way back down the highway over to our forges in that area. Maybe get my health capped off a little bit. Maybe get a little fire going and cook some food. Who knows? Don't know if I'll have time. So there's a zombie. We go ahead and take care of him before he starts running here in a few moments. Yep. Make ourselves a new barbed club, but first I want to make a bunch of crossbow bolts. And how much wood do we have? 15. Okay. Make a bunch of crossbow bolts and get that weapon smithing up a little bit, and then we will we'll make ourselves a new barb club, and hopefully it'll be closer to level 200 than what it is now. So I could take a wrench to that workbench over there and carry it around with me, you know, to combine parts and stuff. I don't know if I'll do that or not. So this was almost all iron. Okay, see, we're already up over 2,000 again. This is going to be our stone forge. plant these seed somewhere over here, just to get them in the ground and get them growing. So there's the horn. Tell you what, let me leave the door open here, just in case we have to make a run for it. And another thing I wanted to do, clear this area out here, so I have a better view of where our actual hatch is from over there. I know it's just right across the street, but I like to be able to see it clearly. Okay, so let's get some more cement going. We don't have enough stone in there now. It's cooking. Get this raw iron in here. We'll go ahead and throw this in there and this in there. Make sure we have lots of fuel for days to come. I guess I could go ahead and make seed out of this real quick. Yeah, there we go. Only takes a moment. Eat you. Scrap. We can take these mining helmets and combine them. Goodness, all the batteries that we have. That went up 1 point. Okay. Well, let's see what we have on us. A 155. What happens if we... Boy, that's freaky being in the dark like that. I like my mining helmet. There we go. Okay, well. Put these spikes on our belt just in case. Tell you what we can do. Let's make ourselves a fire. Boy, I think I left the cooking pots inside the house. After our first night in that house, it's a little weary going back into that house again with the screamer and all. I know it was my own fault, but eventually we need to get all this sorted as well. We'll keep that one pistol as a sort of decent quality. Mechanical parts. Put it here and get this gas out of the way. Do we have anything else on? No, we can wear those. We'll put this with the bones. Just doing a bit of a sorting here. I know this is probably extremely boring to watch. I'm sorry. I apologize. Some of the game is not a whole lot of fun to watch. Throw that lead in there, the handlebar in there. We're going to scrap you. So we do have enough meat within what we have inside the house and there that we could absolutely make some more bacon and eggs. I could be lazy, and I think I'm going to be lazy, and instead of... let's get those crossbow bolts going. There's no need to wait on that. We can have those making. $150. All right. So get those things pumping out. Go ahead and get this on us. We'll keep the bow and the arrows just for right now at least. This is going to be a lot better for us aim-wise, and also more damage. So, and I didn't think to do it at the beginning of the episode. I'll put a little text or something in there to apologize. The last episode cut off. I really just, it was fluff. I had nothing else more to say, but it cut me off at the end. The recorder I use only records an hour, and then I have to, start it again. And I did not realize that I had reached that hour time limit. So apologize that it cut that last bit off. Now that I look at those parts, I may have been trying to combine those with a pistol before. I think I was. Oh, some of these episodes that I do, ladies and gentlemen, it's late at night. I'm tired, and I apologize. Okay, so we're going to take some of this stuff outside with us. We only need one of these. Maybe the water and the goldenrod, the bacon and the eggs. Take most of the stuff that we need because we're not going to be coming back inside this house a whole lot anymore. Pretty much we can leave the gas in there because it'll be a while before we use that. I like to get the nail gun eventually, the nail gun pattern. Just doing a double check here on everything. The feathers we could probably use outside as well. And the glue. That's a lot of snowberries. We'll leave those here. Little wrench. Okay, so I think we have everything we're going to need. Now we can take this all outside. So let's do that. Let's run back out to our forge. It's pretty quiet here tonight. I'm expecting a screamer at any moment. As a matter of fact, that looks like one over there. Is that a nurse? Yeah, who knows? We will handle them if they come. No worries. Matter of fact, now we can just go run and jump in our base and let them all fall to their death. And the trusty spike bit. So bacon and eggs. We need a little bit of wood in here. Gonna heat it up a little bit. Get those screamers a-screaming. So we could probably do for another storage chest as well. And I also have all of the items from that horde that I have not sorted through yet. Probably take a look at that as well. We'll go ahead and plant these trees over here too. There and there and there and there. Not necessarily a tree farm, but kind of repopulate the trees around the immediate area. We have an anvil in there? Yes, we do. And no, we don't. Now we do. So our scrap iron is looking good for where we're at on days. There's our second storage chest. We will put it... yeah, I don't want to put it up high. The zombie could actually hit that. And this will enable us to sort things a little better by having two chests instead of just the one. As a matter of fact, let's do that right now. Let's take all of the items we could cook or farming items, food, and stick in that chest over there. Put the glass jars too. And just keep our food separate from our... I tell you what, since it is so quiet out here, eerily quiet, we're going to plant some corn and potatoes, the few that we have, and get them multiplied. I'm actually way behind on that. But we have reached that time. Again, it's 2 in the morning, 44 minutes into the episode. Gonna go ahead and call it here before I start off on another journey and lose track of time when we hit that hour mark, and I don't want to do that again. So thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow. Hopefully we'll do some more interesting things tomorrow. Maybe heading to the hub city here in the very near future. Of course, we have to cross a desert to do it. So I want to make sure I have plenty of resources, perhaps find a point of interest, some house or something between here and there that we can, inhabit somewhere in the middle of our journey, hold up overnight or something. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.